One of the biggest challenges of the human experience is remembering when you actually overcome adversity, when you get through some sort of a challenge. You didn't see the big picture at all. You couldn't see what was going to happen. And then all of a sudden, just as you were about to hit rock bottom, something happened to pull you right back. You were able to get the opportunity that you had been seeking. You were able to improve upon a situation. It is important to remember when you overcome adversity. The idea of remembering, because that is the only way that you learn lessons. If you don't remember, then there is nothing to learn. What was the takeaway from that situation, and how can you apply that to the next situation that you face? Or perhaps you can convey this to someone else and help them get through something similar. That is the human experience, ladies and gentlemen. You must remember, right now things are a bit chaotic, more so than at any point in human history. There are a lot of obstacles. It's challenging. But if you go back, especially for those of you that are in your 30s, 40s, and up, if you go back, I'm pretty sure you can find several things, if not at least one thing, that you were faced with, and you got through it. It may not have been of the same type, but that's not the point. The point is, you were challenged. You didn't think you were going to get through it. You had no idea. And guess what? You did. If you go back. Most people don't do this. They don't reflect. They don't go back to that moment when they were 26, 20, 16, 31, and remember what you were going through and remember how you felt. That same feeling of not knowing if you were going to get through it. That same feeling of you were unsure. There was a level of uncertainty, and it was huge. It consumed your mind. It consumed your emotions so much to the point to where you couldn't even function. You couldn't even function because you didn't see the big picture. Remember that, because you got through it. And here you are. So now you're faced with this, whatever it is. You must remember, because that will give you the strength within. That's the whole point of these episodes, right? I am reminding you of this. There's a power that you have within you. And to understand how it works, you must have a challenge or a test, because this educates you on the strength that you have. Of course, this can only be acquired through alignment. That's number one. But by having these challenges put in front of you, you begin to see how these abilities work. How does your birthright work? Your ability to heal, your ability to use telepathy, your ability to see premonitory dreams, visions, whatever you want to call it. How do these things work? Well, the only way to find out is by testing. And the tests come from the experiences in life. Some of these tests will be more intense than others. Oh, yes. There will be some that will really knock you through emotions. And then there will be some that will just slightly pinch you a bit. But it's all the same. It's a test of your belief. It's a test of your faith. It is to see if you will break. Will you break when you are faced with adverse conditions? Will you throw your hands up and give up? Or will you continue to push forward and trust your abilities, trust in the alignment with the Most High, and continue going forward? This is the human experience. Remember, when you live of the world, you suffer. When you do not live of the world, you bloom. The strength within is a big part of your journey through life. And it is the part that most people do not focus on. They focus on the things that are of the human experience, the duties, the responsibilities, the job, the bills, and the things that you do within the human experience. But there's very little attention given to the actual power and strength that you have within you that was blessed upon you at birth. You must remember that you will overcome the adverse conditions, and you can use the tools that I describe in these episodes to get through it. So for this week, the goal is to remember. Remember, if you are dealing with something right now, especially if you have a lot of years behind you within this experience, remember. Go back to that moment when you were dealing with something before. Sure, it was different, but the point is you were still going through something and you got through it. So for this week, remember that and then apply that to today. You will overcome this challenge. You will, because you have the strength to do so.